Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 11, Week 2, Day 3. So today, of course, we're finally opening our second Gem Dragon deck. Speaking of twos, so of course, we are currently sitting at 470 Dragonite, which means if we go use and buy a little bit of Dragonite here, which we do every single day, that's not where it is, if we go under dungeons, and get our little bit of Dragonite for today, we will indeed have enough to go get the 500 that we need. Oh, that's why I clicked on Soul Forge, because we'll have the 500 we need to get the Gem Dragon Egg. Before we do that, we're going to go see if we can get a perfect dungeon. Who knows, maybe we don't even need it. Obviously, we'll still get the other daily Dragonite as well. However, we still have not gotten a single perfect run. So who knows, maybe we could change that tonight. So let's go over to trying to run our perfect run. Go over to dungeon and immediately hit a trap. Go. No. Ooh. Oh. Boo. Boo. Even Death Mark as well. Boo. Oh, actually, that's technically a good one. Enrage to all allies. That doesn't really help much in this mode. But yeah, we're Death. What is that? Death Mark and oh gosh, I'm gonna need cleanse for Death Mark. Death Mark and Fire. Fire doesn't really matter. Death Mark can occasionally. Hopefully won't. Anyways, I guess we'll clear these out while we're already here, using the Magnesia. Gosh, I love that name that the stream came up with the other day. Really great name. So hello everyone, by the way. Hello Roman. Hello Bill. Hello Tyrion. Hello hello Gimli. Hello Andrew. Hello Daddy Shark. Hello Nocti. Hello Logic Slayer. Hello Sushi Ninja. Hello Isabel. Hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let's not die to a billion death marks. That'd be great. You could just cast a few times without getting obliterated, please. As I don't want to have to adjust this team. Honestly, we probably should have one that just carries cleanse, or like an alternative build that carries cleanse. Just for those situations where we're like silence or some other annoying mechanic, like Death Mark, where we just randomly die turn 2. Because the very first turn we have does count as our first turn of not being able to die, so we're never going to die like immediately. We're always going to have at least one turn to act out of it. However, we only have one singular turn to act out of it before it could potentially kill us. Like right now, right here. Or not right here, but this turn right here. You can kill us. And does it? It does not. How about now? Does it? It does not. And we win. There we go. And that is all the things. Well, unfortunately, as you saw, no perfect dungeon. So let's go get our Dragonites. And regardless, luckily, today, this was guaranteed to be enough regardless of perfect or not perfect, which means if we now go to Soul Forge and go over to troops, we can now roll the same dragon again. Okay, anything but yellow. Literally anything but yellow. Otherwise, we're trying to mess around with 2 yellows. Let's see what we get. Okay, we got green. Ooh. Ooh, okay. There's some things we could do here. There's definitely a lot of things that we could do here. Its secondary colors are green, blue, purple. Isn't that Plague color? I'm pretty sure it's the same color as Plague, if I'm not mistaken. Which was the 3rd mythic. 4th mythic? 3rd? I forget now. I think it was 4th, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah. Interesting coloration. Of course, this is the same as all the gem dragons do. Deal damage to all enemies, boosted by green gems. And then converts 5 green gems to those bigger green gems. I give you 5 when you end up destroying them, as well as explode everything around them. And there's also a 10% chance for an extra turn, boosted by an additional 2% for every green gem on the board, which includes the giant green gems. It has the standard 55% reduction as all the gem dragons does, a leaf store or storm into its color, which is green, and of course give all magic to all green allies. Of course, so one of the more noteworthy things that we could do with this is Truffle Infinite Loop. We have access to Forest Troll Truffle, Mirage Queen, stuff like that. We have Forest Troll Truffle Hero, with Storm, some other things. So this has quite a bit of potential and is probably among one of the stronger few. So really cool pickup to end up getting there. But there we go. All right, let's go mess with this guy. So of course we don't have as much going on today. All we really have is this repeat pet, which I personally have max, and a lot of people probably do. It's been out for quite some time. It's been a couple years, but if you don't, definitely make sure to grab some copies of it. I don't believe we had much on adventure board today either. I was looking at it earlier. I think it was just some gems. Yeah, some gems and event key. I guess we'll go grab it real quick. It doesn't take that long. We already have the team set up. And then we'll go mess with the new troop. Or, you know, new to us. Some of you may have already had it the other week. But yeah, let's go mess with this troop, see what we can end up doing then. Let's see. That's 2 dragons needed for the same weapon. Oh, nice. It is. True. That wasn't something I was considering either. But one thing you have to consider, not only in getting repeats, but if you get the correct 3 early, because if you get 3 of the correct color dragon, you can actually get one of those weapons a little bit earlier. Unfortunately, the one for having all 6 is, you know, the one superior one that you're probably going to be using more often than not. But yeah, that means we might be able to show that weapon if we get super lucky and happen to roll the one we need. What one are we missing then? As far as the thing. Let me go double check that. But yeah, you're right. We would have 2 out of the 3 then, so that's even luckier than it could have been. As long as we don't get any repeats, though. That's very unlikely we'll get absolutely none, but you know. It's definitely what we're hoping for, of course. It is ideal, but likely not to happen. Almost everyone's going to get at least a few repeats on the way there. And hopefully it just won't be too many. But yeah, that's a little unfortunate for each repeat, though. Because if you're spending just gems on it, what was that? It was 8 gems per Dragonite? Which basically comes out to... Sorry, was it 6 gems? No, it was 5 gems. Wait, let me double check. What does this Dragonite cost? It was 300 for 60, which means it's 5 gems. Okay, so it's 5 gems per Dragonite, which means it's 2,500 gems per egg. Which means, yeah, if you fail 4 eggs, that's 10,000 gems. Of course, you still get to keep the troops. Like, you still have double of that troop. But very few of them are going to be, you know, that usable with double. But it could happen. But yeah, let me go check Soulforge then. So if I go to weapon, of course, there are 3 weapons you can end up getting. The Ring of Crystal Ice, the Ring of Crystal Fire, and the only viable one of those, the Diamond Ring of Fire and Ice. However, the one that we're really close to does create 1 blue giant gem for every blue enemy, then deal 40 damage to all blue enemies, and then freeze them. This could be okay on Blue Guild War, I guess. The biggest issue is it's literally Rope Dart mana cost. And I'm pretty sure you would want Rope Dart more than this weapon in almost every single possible situation I can think of. And this has perks I'm not aware of that are like absurdly good, like Auto Extra Turn, like Rope Dart, and a few other things. Otherwise, it's probably not going to use. Though it does probably have Freeze as one of its perks, so maybe not. Or then again, it already freezes them. So never mind. Well, then again, it's freezing blues. So this is a little bit awkward because blues we're kind of weird what these 2 weapons do. But it just freezes blue, yet blues are the most likely typing to have immune to freeze. And this burns reds, yet reds are the most likely type to have immune to burn. It's a little bit weird how those 2 work, as they're basically applying a status effect to a typing, or to a coloration, that is most likely to have immunity to that typing, or to that status effect. It's just kind of strange. Of course, the main good one is once you finally have both of them, or all 6 of the dragons, not only do you end up getting the other dragon, but before that, you also get this weapon, which deals damage to all enemies, freezes and burns all enemies, and then creates 3 blue giant gems and 3 red giant gems. And this does added flat consistency. One interesting thing about these is that they do technically counter Guild War days. Theoretically, if you're using this on Blue Guild War, it creates 5. And if you're using this on Red Guild War, specifically Defend, it creates 5 red instead of 5 blue. Overall, I feel like the books will be better, but who knows, maybe they'll have some usage. If nothing else, they have a lower mana cost than the books. Not only do they have a lower mana cost, but they just use 2 colors instead of 1 singular color. But I don't know, be interesting to see exactly how they pan out. And who knows, if we get the blue one next watch, you get to see the first ring. That'd be very lucky, though very doubtful. Actually, it does still cost 500 Dragonite. I forgot about that too. Even once we have the blue dragon, we then have to decide, do we want another egg or immediately craft this weapon? So, yeah, that's another factor to put in too. I actually kind of forgot. All 3 of these require Dragonite. Both the individual 2 rings, as well as the final craft itself. And on top of all that, if you thought that was enough Dragonite, you also need Dragonite at the end once you have literally everything, or, you know, have crafted the weapon from having the 6 dragons. You still need another 1,000 to then get the thing. But I'm really curious to see how this will pan out once we start getting it. But it'll be a while before anyone gets this, obviously. No one's even remotely close. Closest anyone is right now is like, what, 2.5 dragon eggs? Maybe almost 3 if you're like super ultra lucky on your dungeons, which we still have not perfect a single time yet. Anyways, so it is technically possible to have 3 right now, though. You'd have to get pretty lucky. Anyways, let's go and mess with this dragon. So I mentioned that's the other night that we'd probably be messing most majority of the beginning of this stream, or even just the stream in general, kind of messing with the new dragon that we end up getting here. And that is going to kind of be the case. It's kind of seeing what it could do. I do want to cover a video on it tomorrow as well before we start any other stream. Probably doing like a little few hours of Fall Guys around noon. I think they're having some kind of event thing to end out the season. But before that, we will have a video up on this dragon. So let's go to upgradable. This troop does reside in Bright Forest, meaning this will indeed provide another star there. Which also means even easier to go get the bonuses there. For getting it to 10, 20 star, all that. Anyways, let's go and fully max it out. Actually, this counts as a mythic, so let me use a orange orb for the last 2. We have a billion of them, might as well utilize them a bit. You know what? I actually could do that one. Save on the Celestials only. And then again, we have so many oranges where it doesn't really matter. But we also have so many trait stones. Like, it's the dilemma of, like, trait stones and orange orbs are both useless. So which one do you go for? Like, they're both equally useless to a degree that you're not really saving. Like, in the case of green orbs here, it's actually kind of worth it because we're saving on souls. And souls is definitely a currency that we do want to save because we need as many as we can have for when we do medaling upgrading. However, something like orange orbs and trait stones, they basically cancel each other out into both being useless value. So you don't really get anywheres with them. Anyways, I already forget what this troop is called because I never actually said it by its name. And I do know it's from Bright Forest though. So let me go over to Bright Forest and go bring that out. So we have the Emeraldine. I'm pretty sure it's a Maldrin. I'm going with a Maldrin. That sounds the most correct. So we're going with a Maldrin. Obviously only one on each. That'd be fun if we tried using both of them together. I don't think we can get away with it. Yellow-green's a little bit of a weird combo. There are some that could. What is the coloration difference, though, between them? If we were to go to Topaz. I just want to see. How much color difference do they have? I actually forget Topaz's colors. Obviously yellow. They have green overlap. One of the most interesting things would be a double color overlap. So like one that overlaps the other one while still having a good mana accumulator. Because then the excess mana from one dragon goes to the other dragon as well. In this case, the green would excess to the Emeraldine. To the Topaz Sarf, I mean. However, the yellow would not overfill to the other one, unfortunately. So it's only a one directional if we were to do it that way. Though probably not. It's not worth it. There are some double combos of them that would work. I don't think yellow and green is one of those color combinations. Any that have a good double storm could potentially be some as well. So that's something to look out for. Anyways, let's see what we can do with this. First thing that comes to mind is obviously Truffle. While it does share the same colors as Truffle, it does have the benefit, of course, of Truffle just being insane. So I'm thinking like Forest Troll, Truffle, Forest Troll to kind of place those. Kind of leaning towards Titan, because we don't necessarily want a half mana start there. Kind of Titan to cover some colors. We can go with a nice explodey weapon, probably off of... oh, what are we missing at this point? We could also go Angry Mob or something similar along those lines, but I really kind of want to go a red... is that the only color we're missing? 1, 2, 3, 4... yeah, red-yellow. I want a red-yellow explodey weapon. Let me type in the word explode. Already a couple come to mind. But, oh wait. Oh yeah, Flail of Guard! Wait, wasn't there another one though? I always saw Fist of Heaven. No, Fist of Heaven was red-green, never mind. Yeah, there was a few red-greens I was thinking of, not red-yellow. Yeah, this one's kind of interesting. It might just seem like any other explodey weapon, but it does have the benefit of having Bless and Barrier. If I'm not mistaken, it is the only explodey weapon that currently has both those two effects. Some have one, some have the other. I'm pretty sure this is the only one with both. Unfortunately, its summon isn't the greatest. It's the Sword's Edge summon, which, you know, is kind of average. But it's still, you know, pretty decent mana accumulation. We're going to be getting backup summon if we really need it. So let's see what we can end up doing this. And we don't have a second thing that can use excess brown. We could put a Mistralis or something there. I kind of want the Titan there just to get a little bit extra mana, because Titan, of course, gives 50% mana start to all giants off of its final trait right there. And guess who's a giant? Forest Troll. And then we double all the green. And hopefully we'll end up landing that. Actually, technically it's double +3. You keep forgetting that they actually get a few extra. Even just a double alone is already pretty good. Also, hope that's hello too. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Supernova. Hello, Genki. Hello, Jay. Hello, Clipbomb. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hope all you have a wonderful week so far. Anyways, let's go and see what we can do with this new dragon. See what we can do in this first battle. So we obviously want to go pretty heavy on green. However, what do we want for a secondary color? Honestly, I'm considering a green-blue. Another one to consider, even though it's blocking it, I'm actually considering a green-red. As in minus purple for the double-double. Just because we get that extra +1 there. And honestly, a -1 purple isn't really going to be that big a deal. Most of the mana we're going to be getting is excess green, kind of going into the other thing. So we should be okay. Let's go and see what we can do. So we'll rename this to Emeraldine. Our first Emeraldine testing. One issue that this team does have that is immediately seeable, of course, is no cleanse. Oh, I forgot the aura in there. However, even though we have no cleanse, we could go Beatrix if we really wanted to. This is not an elementalist build, so it's not like we're half mana starting the goblin here off his elemental typing. So we could just put Beatrix there and kind of be good to go. My only concern with Beatrix, of course, is its higher inconsistency to land extra turn. You're also mixing true damage with physical damage. Well, let's see what we can do. Speaking of Beatrix, hello. Oh no, we're up against elementalists. Gosh. Well, let's see how it does against freeze, because we're immediately going to have to deal with freeze. Oh yeah. I actually put it in the third slot already. Well, let's do this one then. All right, let's see what let's see what this can do then. All right, so right off the bat, we'll go take a... I kind of want brown, to be honest. Brown, double green, go from there. I am very tempted to take brown. It has to surge, though, for it to be worth it. What's your convert? You have yellow to green, which is semi-scary. And you have purple to green, which is not that scary. Why don't you go take this? Because that's going to give us an extra turn if you do that one. And it does. And we cleanse. And we're good to go. Oh, no. Gem Dragon got disabled there, though. But we might be able to get truffle rolling. As long as this lands on brown, I think we're good to go. At this point, we'll pretty much have everything as we need. Just kind of keep doing mana every single few turns. Doubling up... Well, we could. I just want to get a little bit more mana on the board first. Before we go double up the other things. So we're going to go truffle here. This point is basically truffle just soloing everything as a truffle normally does. The only big issue right now... It's a 36% chance to extra turn. He can't do anything, but we're going to do almost no value. Nice! He landed extra turn. He got it. Alright, then we just get all of the gems converted. Get a bunch of green, double the green, go crazy with it. Oh no! The green gems spawns can actually overwrite the big gems. That's a little unfortunate. Unfortunately, too, we didn't actually get to use them too much there. I really wish he had brown as one of his color, like green, brown, something. Because it'd be great if he could actually utilize that brown. Well, we can still make it work. Honestly, it seems perfectly fine. Compared to using double truffle, I'm still not sure if it's really worth it comparatively. Because you can't use it in front of truffle. Like, it's not like you could just put it in front of truffle and be good to go. It wouldn't quite work the same. He's going to cleanse. He's going to explode. That's fine. Nothing we're going to really do about it yet until we get cleansed. Which might be a time to kind of put a Weaver there. Weaver always a great option. A lot of extra turns. Not much value happening from those extra turns, though. So we're going to take the blue there. If you could just cleanse, we're good to go. There we go. We're good to go. So we throw that down. We double the green. Could potentially be an okay board clear moment. If he has no options, we throw the troop down. And I believe he currently has no options. Oh, wait. Now he has no... Oh, now he has no... Up. Now... Okay. Oh. Now? How about now? Okay, we're good to go. So we'll go throw that down. Get a nice big burst. He's going to get a little bit of value, but it's barely going to matter. Take that down. Get our thing again. Double the green. And we just wipe him out. No extra turn that time, but it didn't really need it. Yeah, it seems to do what it needs to do. Compared to double truffle, I'm not sure it's really unique enough to be doing enough to justify using Emeraldine in this case. Though the team is definitely functioning. If you really need a cleanse, you could do a Beatrix shift instead. And run Beatrix there. This would be... Actually, even if we had Beatrix there, it wouldn't be able to cleanse. This might be the first one we end up losing here with this team. Just because we're hit with a lot of disable already, and we don't have that good of a board to end up doubling on. We'll take that for now. See what he ends up doing here. Gets out so much value. Gosh, all the disables. Every single disable. Gets even more from that because we have to take the blues just to get some value. We're going to lose our turn here, but we got to do something. Oh, good. I did actually land off the board, the brown extra turn. We're not actually frozen on brown right now. We're going to double the green to get everything rolling, even though we do lose our turn there. This is not frozen, so we do have a pretty high chance to extra turn. We have a 46% chance, almost a 50-50 here, which means we're definitely going to not get it. Yep. We have a 50-50 chance, which means we have a near 100% chance to fail. I'm actually going to go for Explode here. We haven't really done many Explodes. However, it seems very favorable in this particular board to go for the Explode there. Unfortunately, just died to Skull Reflect of all things. It's kind of funny. But we can now go and summon something into that slot. Unfortunately, it is one of the worst troops you could possibly have summoned from Sword's Edge. So not that ideal. But we'll go for this. Hope it extra turns on brown, as we are not frozen on brown, even though we are frozen on green and on himself, so we can't get that auto extra turn. But we can go for the Explode again. Actually, we just have enough damage to kill. No, we don't. Especially after the summon. Oh no, I can't remove his barrier now either. It's a little unfortunate. We're both kind of in a weird summon wars here. Biggest issue right now is his disable. Like, this thing has been disabled the entire battle, so even if it was Beatrix, we'd still want to be in a pretty similar situation. Even if that was a Beatrix in this context. Just from Elementalist doing Elementalist thing. There we go. I just went off of that. Now that it's finally not frozen. And even if it was still frozen, still would have been fine. Hey, it's okay. I don't feel like it's over the top good, but, you know, it functions. This is what it needs to do. Let's see what we could do with... I kind of want to go Leprechaun build. It blocks immediately, but there's a lot of value we can get from like Leprechaun, Angry Mob into one other option. Kind of the standard spam mana kind of build. And then go like one other option. So hello Lester and Elisa, welcome, welcome. Is that green dragon your second? Yes, we just got it several minutes ago at the beginning of this stream. Yeah, we're messing around with it. We'll probably cover a video on it tomorrow. Tomorrow morning around then. But yeah, we're just kind of messing around, see what kind of teams we can end up getting going. But have any of you have had Emeraldine? What have you been running with it so far? I know Isabel had. I'm not sure who else in chat ended up mentioning they had Emeraldine as their first dragon, or even their second dragon. Let's see. Boakstrider as first slot. Boakstrider could work. He's a green that destroys a bunch of red. He's basic, or a green that destroys a bunch of gems. He's basically Thrall, but with Entangle. The only problem with that is I feel like, at least on this particular team, we already have so much green that I don't think we need Boakstrider. Yeah, he's Skull Reduction, Entangle. He's kind of like Forest Straw, oddly enough, because he has that decent Skull Reduction. He has the Entangle on Skull, and he does a lot of mana accumulation. In this case, Destroy, whereas the other one does doubling the green. You actually have 2 of the green dragon now? Oh no, you doubled up. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm trying to think what I want as my other option. I don't think it's Boakstrider. Boakstrider can work. I don't think it works in this team because we already have Leprechaun. And we already have Angry Mob to cover that role. Honestly, Angry Mob into Emeraldine seems like a pretty good combo. I want something that can utilize extra turn value. This seems like something that can tend to be pretty good in a lot of these situations. Like something that can use extra turn value while also being green. It's not a green extra turn. What? Oh, there is. There kind of is. The one I was thinking of is pure green, and it would be kind of clunky. What's a good green yellow? Do we have a good green yellow with auto extra turn? Oh, I just thought of Chalice. Chalice is funny. The problem with Chalice is a lot of people don't have it, though. It's also not insanely good, but it is technically something under that category. It extra turns when there's 13 plus green. They actually nerfed this like twice. First, they nerfed it to not have a guaranteed extra turn, or was it? I can't remember, but they nerfed the ratio of its extra turn or something. So the extra turn was less likely. But they also nerfed the amount of life and armor gain by like half. It used to be the full amount of magic plus 1. Now it is half the magic plus... Actually, it's like a third the magic now? Wait, what? But it used to be the full amount. Anyways. I don't think I want to run hero on this team, to be honest. Let me double check green-yellow troops. Green-yellow, all colors. Let's do it by base rarity. There's be something out there. Let me click show all. Well, technically, we already can show it all. Well, other than you. Arachne Weaver doesn't work in this team, I don't think. Tears of the Sisters. Which one was that again? I actually can't remember which trip that is. Oh, Aurora. In this team, that wouldn't quite work. But it would be funny. I wish you created yellow. This little guy over here. Holy Saint Astra we can't do much with. So what trooper you're mentioning? Actually, I forget Tears of the Sister. Is he actually under this color? Oh, you're talking about weapon. Oh, I almost forgot this weapon exists. Give a bunch of life to all allies, convert 3 blue gems to good gargoyle gems, and gain an extra turn. That's interesting. I don't feel like we need a life for anything on this team, though. We also... Actually, we do have a good way to kill good gargoyles. It could also be an alternative cleanser. And use as a cleanse option. It would only cover yellow, which means we'd still be missing... What's the other color, then? Wait, brown, red... Oh, never mind. That actually would cover... Duh, we only need yellow. I was hoping for, like, a green to kind of cover, but we actually could go this. I just don't feel like we need the life. Like, if we were using this, we're using it for the good gargoyle gem aspect. And at that point, I'd rather just have cleanse in most situations. Or even rope dart. I'm tempted just to go rope dart, to be honest. It's just a good all-around weapon. Very tempted on the rope dart. Tears of Sisters would work, but I want something a little bit more aggressive. Actually, we could put Leprechaun in first slot. No. Kind of. It'd be a very weird choice to do. But I believe this team can get away with it if we really want to. I think we're going to keep it as is because we need something to use excess green. And right now that's Leprechaun. And Hero's going to be tanky enough if we use like Elementalist or something. Which I think we are in this context using Elementalist. Just to get the preemptive counter on the enemy. We could also make it something that has natural cleanse. If we disable them before they disable us, we could be okay. Because this team doesn't care too much if it's... Well, then again, Hero's the only... That's the problem. Hero's the only thing on this team that cares if it's frozen. Which makes me want to run like Monk. Because Monk has a lot of natural immunity. We can run Cleanse, so every extra turn just takes it off. We could even run Insulate just to make sure we just don't even get it hit with it to begin with. I'm fine with that extra turn. A little bit of extra brown mana. In this context, extra green could even be good. And obviously all the other immunes. This also gives it a lot of passive mana while we're doing other things on the board. I'm considering a Monk here. Let's go see what this can do. In this case, I almost want to use Hero a little bit further back. Just to not block the blue. He's going to be sitting there with full mana a lot. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Let me entangle that before it does something crazy. We are going to have to invest a turn or two here and there to do Angry Mob. As you normally do for any of those Gem Destroyers. But once you do... Gosh, they start going crazy. I don't know, seems to be doing what it needs to be doing. It's doing all the things it needs to be doing. But yeah, that was pretty much what I was thinking with the Emerald Dragon. Like, it plus Leprechaun. Kind of strong. Because it's a good utilization of your excess mana. Because it already has the board clear attached to it, while still having Empower at start to get you rolling. Basically everything you need combined together. Yeah, Emerald Dragon and Leprechaun, very solid. And among probably one of the better combos for any of the Gem Dragons have. Mostly because it starts with Empower. Like, it's the only option like that that gets to immediately start with Empower. And you can only do that for technically purple and green. Purple can also do it, which is one of the reasons I was mentioning purple is good. That, and you can also do a weird gimmicky one with Thrall, but I feel like Leprechaun works best. Which is one of the reasons I was saying green and purple were so good. Because they have that capability to do it Leprechaun. Where you run the dragon in third slot, run the Leprechaun behind them, and then the excess off the dragon feeds back into the other thing. If anything, I feel like green might be a little bit better because there's overall more, I would say, more viable purple troops. As far as like damage output, mana accumulation, stuff like that. So in the case of this green one, it allows you to invest into other troops rather than into the same color. Let's see. They can still do the same thing either or. Like, you just build this exact same team out as purple. Like, you literally just use the purple dragon there, Leprechaun, and probably be good to go. Because I believe that still works coloration-wise. Yeah, let me go disable that, see if we can actually get the kill before it even does anything. Can I just take a skull? I can. You don't have skull reduction, right? Just double checking. Yeah, we're fine, just a skull poke it. I could have done it with this, but I wasn't guaranteed that it would kill, so I didn't want to risk it. Very likely actually would not have killed there. That way it does. So we place those. Hey, I love when that thing lands extra turn. It's something I even forget the Gem Dragons can do sometimes. Is that extra turn mechanic. Because unless you have a lot of gems on the board, like when we had that 46% and it still missed, you generally have a pretty bad chance overall. So when it actually lands, it's kind of nice. Because normally when you're using any of the Gem Dragons, you should be under the assumption that it will not extra turn. You should never cast them with the assumption that it will. But when they do, it's really, really good. A bit of extra value there. I just converted everything to yellow. That's decently good for us, because I can just disable you. Get an Angry Mob down. Actually, why even Angry Mob? We have our build already. Just throw that down, get all the green we ever need, Rope Dart, whatever the biggest threat is. Throw it down again. Honestly, this is definitely my favorite team for this so far. It has pretty much everything that makes a good, overpowered team in the current state of the game. It has an extra turn spammable hero weapon. It has a overpowered mana accumulator. It has an empowered mana accumulator. And it has something to hold down the line. So hello, John. Welcome, welcome. So hello, Speed Factor as well. Try Emeraldine with Marilith. Oh yeah, Marilith would be pretty good with it. Yeah, Marilith, Bog Strider. I do feel like a lot of times will get a bit more value from using the thing behind it. But you can also use it in front of it. Like, I think there's one of them, either red or yellow, where, for example, they also use brown. So what thing you can do against it, behind it, is like an enchant angry mob. I mean, sorry, an enchant harpy mage, so that it gets up the following turn. There's one thing that's actually kind of nice with these gem dragons is when the mana accumulator can actually function from behind. You can also put it in front of it, of course. I think it's some interesting values when you can actually put it behind it as well. We're just going to do that, then explode all the greens. Also, one really convenient thing with this gem dragon as well, since it is creating those big green gems, Leprechaun's actually exploding those green gems. So unlike when you do it with a purple, where you won't guaranteed get the explodes, you will indeed get it guaranteed when you do the green one. You got the blue dragon today? Nice. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I haven't claimed my star yet. Thanks for reminding me. I need to go do that. I actually completely forgot. I was talking about it and then got sidetracked with everything else we've just been talking about. Messing around with the teams. So yeah, let me go do that. I actually need to go get the gem, the level there. I can't remember what star level it even brings up to, but higher than what it was before. No, don't kill us. I need to win. There we go. And that's super over. Unless the Essence of Evil the right... Oh, yeah, actually did. I was going to say, unless the Essence of Evil is the right choice. But even then, we can just do that. But yeah, let's go to Merilith. But first, let's go claim the star. Because I'm curious to see what Merilith can kind of do with it. The only issue with that is Merilith has to be used in front of it. Oh, we can still make that work. Actually, did I use it behind on the other one as well? I did not. I used a Truffle in front, which made Truffle more so the focal point. Which is why we're casting it almost entirely for that one. I'm going to call this Emeraldine mana. Emeraldine armor? Emeraldine. I got an R. Oh, that's max capacity. Perfect. Oh, why did I say armor? I meant mana. I have no clue why I said armor. I meant mana. Why on earth did I put armor? Wait, Emeraldine mana. Emeraldine something. And whatever on earth we do for the middle one then. Anyways, we might come up with one more as well. For now, let's mess with the 3. Alright, let's go check our... Actually, let's go hand out a code. And get our star from Bright Forest. So we are now at 23 star Bright Forest. Very nice. What do we even get here? Oh, I need to upgrade to level 16. Let me go do that right now. Ooh, it's one of the green ones, but we still got to do it though. There we go. 10% extra Miststones. One less we have to worry about. And what that bonus is that again? That is probably Tribute Reward. Yeah, it's only Tribute Reward, the weaker one of the two, unfortunately. But still pretty cool. Can't get it any higher at the moment. Other than 23. Well, there it shall sit for a while, because I'm not sure if we're going to Bright Forest anytime soon. Anyways. Let's see. You got your green driver from your first egg, and you're opening your second egg on Friday? Nice. Yeah, hopefully we can finally get lucky. We still have not gotten a single perfect dungeon yet. Which is actually kind of insane. Ooh, the team looks a little scary. For what we're trying to do here. Alright, let's go try Merilith. And figure out what we kind of want to run if we do run Merilith. It's a Daemon Naga. They have no synergy in that regard, but it is one of those like Thrall-like mana accumulators, so it's a lot of value there. We could try making this pure green. We have not tried a pure green version yet. I kind of want to go down the Leprechaun route again. Same strategy as before, different mana accumulator and then different damage source, but make sure it's green. I am very tempted to go Weaver. Very, very tempted to go Weaver. Honestly, I almost want to ditch Leprechaun and go Weaver. The only problem with this, I might have to go first slot Merilith. But I think we can still make this work. What are we missing? Brown. So we need a brown-green, realistically. Let's double check what our options are. Black Beast, go! Brown-green, brown-green. Brown-greens that aren't useless. That have synergy there. You know what? What if we made this a pure purple team? Even though we were just thinking about using Merilith? What if we did Life and Death? Hold up. I have a different idea. As much as I want to use Merilith. The good old Merilith. What if we did Life and Death with one other option? And kind of built this into a Life and Death team that uses Emeraldine. And then had our other one be a destroy option, like Thrall. And even though it's a green dragon, we're using it in a purple context. And then we go double purple into something, probably green. What color are we not using? Perfect, red. Easy. So we go that, since we're not even using red. We change our class obviously to Orb Weaver or Archmages. Honestly, Archmages could be kind of good here. But given that this will probably be used defensively in Guild War. Oh, never mind. This would be offensive because it is our team. So yeah, we actually could get away with Archmages. You know what? I'm going to go Archmages. We're going all in. This is for offense, not for defense. I'm going Archmages with this. I don't want Doomstorm though, if we can help it. Because we're already... Oh, actually it doesn't matter. It gets overwritten anyways. Are we using a relic? No, that counts as a tome, isn't it? No, it counts as a staff. It counts as none of those things. Let's see. Let me just double check here. So we have purple gaining a little bit of armor. A little bit of lifesteal. Some spell reduction. Or we can go disease. Disease is kind of interesting. 50% spell start. Doomstorm, but it doesn't do anything, but nor does anything that we have there. Extra purple. And elementals gaining that little bit extra magic, which is literally nothing on our team. All enemies lose 1 point when taking a skull, but it only applies when hero takes a skull. That's very uncommon. In this context, technically does do more than the other one, though. Because we have literally no elemental in this case. Or at least we're getting some value in the other situation. But anyways, yeah, I'm curious to see how this pans out. The only big issue with this in a Guild War is if they immediately hard counter you on purple. But if they're creating purple, you're in a pretty safe position. And this allows Emeraldine not to necessarily feed itself, but more so to feed Weaver. Because one thing that Weaver sometimes can struggle with in a lot of these times is getting its mana, because Life and Death tends to suck up all of its mana. So if you have something else that can kind of get in its way to, or, you know, kind of feed it with the mana it needs, it doesn't have that issue as much. Yeah, Destroy is very strong these days compared to Explode. And the main reason for that is the Explode nerfs they did a while back. Because you only get 50% mana off of the Explodes, whereas you still get the full mana from Destroy. And it's possible to destroy entire boards. So we're basically just setting up to try to get Weaver kill. Unfortunately, we don't have any true damage to go on the other one to kind of fit that together there. Well, we don't necessarily need it. Oh no! My dragon! It died! Our win condition. Come back. I must go for second win condition. The unkillable Life and Death Weaver. Oh no, win condition 1 has died. We now must go to win condition 2. Oh no, win condition 2 has died. He has defeated us with the... Oh gosh, that team... the Divine Ishbala still has it. Still among one of the better mana starters. It was so strong, it's still to this day the only mana start troop that has been nerfed to a lower mana start. I still wish they would buff it back though. Maybe we will go the Merilith build. As funny as this team is, I don't feel like it's realistically going to be better than what you would normally run with Life and Death Weaver. As gimmicky as it seems. Yeah, let's just run away from it. It's a fun concept, but let's see if we can use Merilith. Let's go down the Merilith route. Good old Merilith. Honestly, I kind of want to put Mistralis into this team. Mistralis has no mana block. If I'm not mistaken, Mistralis is... oh, never mind. Blue overlap. But still, that's pretty good because between these three, they cover everything, which is what I was thinking. So yeah, we're good to go there. Because now that's just a whole team. And now all we need is one other option. Ideally, hero. Like something tanky hero up front, or even a cleanse. Cleanse could work. Most things on this team do not cure, other than Mistralis. Nothing on our team actually cares if it's frozen, though, other than Mistralis. For the most part. So we could just go a hero or cleanse, like Monk. Which is what we were thinking of doing before. Actually, did I ever do a Monk team? Yeah, I did with the other one. But we could do a Monk team again. Because it's still relevant to get the cleanse in that situation. Because it's the only thing other than Mistralis that cares if it's cleansed or not. Though if we get stunned on it, that's still going to be an issue. Oh wait, never mind. I forgot to tell you. You have immune to stun. So yeah, cleanse will work. Let's see. Yeah, honestly, I really wish they would make Divine Ishbala back to 50%. I know we just got demolished from it. That wasn't necessarily Divine Ishbala's fault. Like, I wish they would just, like, maybe nerf the ability slightly more, but give her back her 50% if they need that to make her more balanced. But it just feels so weird that she's the only troop that has a 50% mana start that isn't 50%. It's 40% instead. And it used to be 50%, it was just never turned back. It's just so strange. Especially if we get, like, Daemon 50% mana start. Because then every single thing has 50% except for Divine. It would just be so weird. Like, Elementals got 50%. If Elementals can get 50%, anything can give 50%. If you're just going to let Mirage Queen run around with 4 times Curse, 50% to Elementals, high Skull reduction, decent Doom Skull spam into mana accumulation, into one of the best curses into the game, into the best 50% mana start into the game, I think you can give Divine Ishbala her 50% back. Oh yeah, let me go hand out a code. I didn't earlier. But let me go get you as a code. Use it on gemsawar.com if the game code section. And you guys know the drill. I definitely feel free to like on the stream. Helps all out and is greatly, greatly appreciated as per usual. Let me go get you guys' code. I don't have it open, so it might take me a moment. I had to restart the computer earlier because, gosh, it was being so absurdly laggy, especially this morning. It took forever to get rolling this morning. But that was also because it was just hard resetting it as well. Just to make sure it was good to go. Alright, now it's being fine. Put that in there. Put that in there. And give you guys this code. And there it is. There is the redeem code used on gemsawar.com. If the game code section, your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever the game says right over here is what you put in for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chats. Copy paste the random numbers and letters starting with, where is it? The NW. And give same word as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200. Gosh, it's buried in here. But true treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Anyways, let's go back to Gem Dragon. Apparently, this is going to be the Mess with Green Gem Dragon stream. Which we kind of already knew, but gosh, we almost did the whole stream of it already. Which seems like it's going to be the case. I was kind of messing with it. Well, the first time I messed with it, it took an hour as well, so looks like this is also going to take an hour, which makes sense. But yeah, let's go use Marilith. Marilith definitely seems like a fun option. I'm just not sure why I want to run for the other slot. I definitely want to run Hero. I'm tempted to just Rope Dart again, to be honest. Very tempted just to Rope Dart. It's just such a good option. I just hate to use Rope Dart twice. Because I'm also going to be using Monk twice, and that means I would be using Monk Rope Dart twice. So let me try something other than Rope Dart here. As much as I want to click Rope Dart. Is there another extra turn weapon that is accessible? There's that one green spider weapon, but then Marilith's being blocked. Because this weapon can't be green. It has to specifically not use green. Because we need Marilith to not be blocked on any color ideally, so it can get mana as quickly as possible. Oh, speaking of which, I actually want the banner for this, I already know before we even pick our weapon. I want this to be the +2/+2 banner, which we used for the other one as well. And we're definitely going to be using it again here. It's really useful for Marilith because she already has a +1 for red. So now, if we end up taking that, we're already good to go on our mana. If it surges, that is going to be a huge amount of mana. And it also guarantees that if we take our mana twice, we will guarantee get full mana. Rope Dart and Monk is redundant? Not necessarily. There's definitely a lot of situations you can still get it up. It's a little bit more redundant when it's all the way up front. Because generally, Monk hero class is actually better when you're not in first slot. And in a lot of these, we're actually using it in first slot. But the main reason for that is because we're using it more so for its cleanse than it's anything. Because we're using it for an interesting combination. Not necessarily for its mana accumulation, but because it has immune to stun while having cleanse. This is really good against Elementalists. Because when you try to get stunned, it's hitting on something that has immune to stun, and then you just simply cleanse off whatever other effects you have on you, and you're good to go. So you don't have to worry about them. That's basically the main gimmick with Monk. Obviously, it also has a lot of gimmicks, but one of the main gimmicks it has is it's the most status effect resistant hero classes in the entire game. And by most, I mean it literally is. There's no hero class more resilient to status effects, and while Elemental is just rampaging around, it's a pretty good option right now. So even if the mana is redundant, the other effects on it aren't redundant, which is one of the main reasons for using it in many situations. It's advised not to use it on Guild War Defend as often, though. Even though it helps the AI to cast, you have to keep in mind, if it just gets Rope Dart, it gets obliterated. There's always that factor to consider. I don't know what I want to put here. I definitely want to put Hero. I'm just not sure what hero weapon. I'm not even on the weapon page. Let's see. I definitely don't want it to be green. I ideally want it to be extra turn related if we can. Though it doesn't have to be. We could theoretically go Flask and go crazy. The only problem with Flask is Flask blocks on red. And red is one of Merylif's 2 colors. We could go with the brown one, oddly enough. Isn't there a brown one that removes all green? That might... Wait, does it remove or destroy? Hold up. If it's destroy, that's good. If it's remove, that's bad. Please tell me it's destroy. I actually don't remember off the top of my head. Because this dagger, if this is destroy, is actually really good in this context. Wait, why did I type in brown? I wanted to search brown, not the name brown. Which one was it again? Why can't I remember the weapon it was? It's not that one. Was it you? Remove all no, to remove. Wait, does the remove trigger on it? Turnip, the problem with turnip is we're not going to have anything to utilize it with. I guess we could just do it for a baseline extra turn. I want to see something. Someone was mentioning earlier when they removed their big gems, it was still triggering the effect. This might be a glitch, but if it's still working that way, that is relevant for right now. Even though that could be patched later. And probably will be in the next patch that's coming in a few weeks from now. Well, if it's working now, it's working now. So let me go see what would happen. So what I want to go do right now is do this. And I want to see if I gain the mana accumulation. So is he going to gain any mana here? What should happen is no. He should gain no mana whatsoever. Okay, good. He gains no mana whatsoever. It is working correctly. So yeah, it is working correctly. We would not want to use that dagger with this weapon. Or with this setup. I just want to see if it was. Because if that actually triggered the mana accumulation and they explode, that would have been insane. But it doesn't. It's remove instead of destroy. If that was destroy, though. Oh, the power it would have. If that read destroy instead of remove. That would be so strong. Even if it was like a 14 mana cost, that would be so strong if that was destroy instead of remove. Unfortunately, it's remove, so we can't use it. Gotta remove it from our team. Let's see. You can also use Box Strider. I don't want to block Merylif, though. And I still want to utilize Hero if we can. Because I'm trying to form this around Merylif. We could always just go an AoE weapon if we really want to, like Black Manicore or something. It doesn't have to be an extra turn option. I just figured it'd be a good idea to. But it's not required. And I can't run Flask either. Gosh, why do so many extra turn options block Merylif? I mean, yeah, Merylif. Let's see. Have Flask. Yeah, I was thinking of this earlier. When I was thinking of like that one hero weapon that's accessible. I was trying to think of something that everyone has. Oh, Skeleton Key. Everyone has Skeleton Key. Only does it when it gets a kill. However, you know what? Let's bring back Skeleton Key meta. It's been nerfed into the ground, but it's still usable. Let's see what we could do with this. There's only extra turns when we get kill. Or if it can get kill. So you are going to have to check to see if it actually can or cannot in a given situation. Unfortunately, this build does not carry... you know what? Might just have to replace it with Explodey weapon. Because I still want to use Hero there. But we also need a lot of mana accumulation. And this isn't quite doing the a lot of mana accumulation thing. Wait, 3-to-1 boost ratio. Why doesn't it tell me how much damage I do? Wait, what? Deal 51 damage to the first and last enemies, boosted by my gold. If the enemy dies, gain an extra turn. Why is it not telling me how much damage I'm doing? It says 3-to-1, but it doesn't tell me my gold. Can it tell me I have to go all the way over here just to check? Well, technically over there. Oh, wait, I have no gold. That's why it's not... Oh, wait. Okay, I see the issue now. I have no gold. Aha. I see why it is not showing me a boost ratio. It is because we have no boost ratio. Now it'll show us a boost ratio. There it is. Yeah, we kind of need gold before it can do a gold boost ratio, doesn't it? Whoops. That would help. Yeah, I don't like this as much. We need Explodey weapon there or something. If we're using Hero, it has to be Explodey. I don't know, who knows? Maybe we do go Book Strider or something there. I didn't want to do a double destroy up front like that, though. Like, Merylif's already doing enough. Yeah, it's probably just going to have to be a diverse Explodey weapon, or even Empower. We could just replace it entirely and go Empower. Empower Leprechaun, of course, is the thing. However, just Empower for the sake of Empower can also work. Like Empower into green Convert something we don't need, empower to green, be good to go. What are some of the empower to green options? Empower to green, empower to green, empower to green. Empower to green? I know you're there. Gosh. Where are the empower to green? I know it exists. Empower away from green. Okay, empower to green. Yellow to green. Blocks nothing. Seems fine to me. And your effect is web, which is ever so occasionally usable. I see nothing wrong with that. It doesn't use hero. However, it doesn't need to use hero. Let's see what we can do with this. So ideally we just get starting board and just go crazy from there. Is it possible to have all brown scouting key team? No. Generally, when you're running scouting key, not always, but more often than not, you're trying to run it with Cedric, which is a non-green. In that case, I wasn't. But more often than not, you are trying to kind of squeeze it in there. Because the value that it ends up getting. Alright, so we're pretty much good to go from here. We have yellow to green, but we can't really utilize it. We're not frozen on blue, so we just go for that. We have our Emerald Dragon. He's going to convert... Oh, no, I got to stop him. Oh, wait, I can't stop him. Well, I guess I can Mirrorlift and just hope for the best. So we'll stop him that way. He has alignment again. I can always convert away his color. But we're frozen on green, so you know what? We're just going to do that. He stole his alignment. Gosh, how much alignment is he going to get? I guess I could convert, but the problem is we're frozen on green. So he's going to get a lot of value. I could just Mirrorlift again and just hope we get better value on the board. Good enough. I guess we need Stralis again. The biggest issue is I want to cast this, but we can't because of his convert. Okay, finally, he does not have a convert alignment. He's going to take some green there and then get convert alignment. So that's also problematic. But at this point, his whole team's pretty much dead. So actually, it is literally dead other than the... If he didn't revive there, actually would be dead right now. We still haven't been able to use this convert. We have the alignment sitting right there, but you know what? Let's just go for it. There we go. A lot of excess green mana. Throw this down. Throw the big poke. Auto extra turn. Well, not auto extra turn, but lucky extra turn there. Astralis multi-hit it down. And then we still have options if it revives. Let's try it again when we're not frozen, hopefully. The tower works well with Chalcedony. Yeah, oh yeah! There are some really weird builds you could do with some of the other ones too. I'm really curious to see how Brown Dragon works with Chalcedony. There's a lot of really funny ones you get in the building around that. Something we have not been able to mess with yet. Brown's one of those other ones that has a lot of options because you have Angry Mob. You have a couple different empowers. You have a Mountain Crusher. You have Harpy Mage. And a few other pretty good ones. You also have some Double Storms, which I believe work into it. Because doesn't the brown one use red as well? So you can kind of do Magma Storm if you really wanted to. There's a couple other handful of ones. We're entangled, but that doesn't matter too much because we're not really using skulls. And by not really using skulls, I mean we're not using skulls at all whatsoever to any degree. He's just going to take... speaking of skulls, he's going to take those skulls. Hopefully he won't be smart enough to take it the correct way. He was not. Because I knew he wouldn't, because the reason I actually knew he would take it that way is the AI suggestion that was given to us was that. So it was a high chance that the AI also would have taken that, because the AI was suggesting us to take it, and we didn't, but the AI did. So we kind of knew he would do it in that direction rather than the inverse one. That wasn't guaranteed, but generally, if that's the main move that's on the board, and the game is suggesting you to take it, the AI is probably taking it if on their next turn as well, which is what happened there. Blue, yellow, purple dragon are pretty crazy. Wait, which color is that as its primary color? It sounds like the purple dragon. Let's see. Take that one over. Because I don't know all the dragon's colors memorized. Probably should at some point. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Because they are going to keep getting more and more relevant as more of them come into the game. Right now, they're still in the pretty experimental stage because literally no one even owns all of them. But, I don't know. We'll see what they get to once all 6 of them, or technically all 7 of them. But there are instances where these individual dragons will be better than the final dragon you get at the end in the right team context. So kind of just need to experiment around with them and see. Because you have to keep in mind, the other one is Skull, so it's going to have a lot less mana accumulation. Like, it gets more mana from everything. but it's not going to like serve as a mana accumulator. Because one thing that we can do with every Gem Dragon is we throw down their ability, we clear the board, we get like infinite mana for whatever color there is, in this case green. Like you can do that very consistently. You can't do that with the all color one. It's going to create Uber Doom Skulls. And while Uber Doom Skulls generate you mana, they do not generate you as much mana as these. Even though they're not as big of an explode, or sorry, they create Doom Skulls, not Uber Doom Skulls, the other troop. So it's not creating anywhere near as much mana. So that's a factor to consider. Even though it's technically stronger in a lot of situations, its mana accumulation is lower. It itself is accumulating more mana, but its mana accumulation that applies across the team is lower than every single one of the pure color Gem Dragons. Because the green one creates green, the blue one creates blue, so on and so forth. But you're getting enough to pretty much fill itself and other things on your team. Whereas the other thing is not actually feeding much mana. It's just doing the explodes, which if you're already destroying the whole board anyways, you're not really gaining any extra mana. If anything, you're actually gaining less mana. Well, maybe not less mana, but you're not gaining any more mana. Because you're just replacing the other things with Doom Skulls, so it's basically mana neutral compared to what you would already be getting for mana. Also, if anyone has any other questions or anyone want me to go over, do let me know. Just kind of just messing around. But overall, I don't know. I kind of like the green one. It's about as strong as I thought it would be. I'm not sure if we've found anything like ultra meta breaking here, but definitely a very strong option as we'd kind of expect it to be. We're so dead. Nope. Good old Weaver. Good old Life and Death Weaver. Doing Life and Death Weaver things. Oh, Fairy Godmother. I almost forgot. Though, don't the Gem Dragons already get so much mana that they don't necessarily need her, though? Because I feel like we're already getting a lot. I just realized we both have the same cast here. I kind of want to board clear even though everything has full mana. The reason being he's about to kill me with Beatrix right here. Like I already know he's about to win with just Beatrix. Oh no, he didn't get it. Ooh. Do we have alignment? Oh, I can't go for it though. I have to board clear. And the reason for that is we're already frozen, so we have to go for something else. We're probably going to die here. A lot of damage. Mistralis is frozen but not webbed, which is good enough for us to cast. Fortunately, only 2 of them, but we can make this work. Got some score reduction there. Beatrix is going to kill us, though. Oh, it didn't! We're still in this. Wait, we're not frozen on brown? I can take that. Get our enchant back up. Throw down Gem... Oh, no! Gem Dragon's webbed, though. It's not enough damage. His damage isn't boost ratioed. Oh, no, it is. Boosted by green gems. Wait, that's enough damage. Not enough to win, but enough to get the 1 kill, which is what we need. Alright, we got it. What a weird win. I'll take it, though. But yeah, we could go the Godmother route. That is an extra turner. Oh, wait, I can't do it in this menu, though. Trudy's ready. Oh, gosh, we've been going for a whole hour already? Wow. We've been pretty much going for an hour now. And pretty much the whole stream has just been messing with this. Well, honestly, the video did the same thing. I was expecting that video to be like half an hour when we covered the first dragon. Then it's like, oh, video's like 57 minutes long. Which is pretty much where we're at in the stream right now. Anyways, yeah, let's go see what we can do with the Godmother. I almost forgot about her. It's high risk, high reward. But it's definitely really good with this. And we'll act pretty much like how we were using Leprechaun earlier. Emeraldine. Let's see. Kind of want to go Thrall. I don't want to double up on the Gem Dragon, though. How about the new troop? I don't think he fits here. Right? Wait, how do you spell his name? Wait, how do you spell his name again? I already forget. There it is. That would be funny if he hit magic. I don't think it would really work out, though. Wait, what if we Mistralis this team? Like, Mistralis Thrall. The only problem is it seems kind of similar to the other one. But the main reason is it covers 2 colors we need, brown and yellow. Which is one of the main reasons it comes to mind. Because that's a lot of mana coverage that I need. Then we go like Thrall first slot. Or Angry Mob or Box Strider. Actually, this would be a situation where Box Strider would actually be really good. Actually, I don't know. Would Thrall be better? The main benefit of Thrall is the consistency of us getting first turn full mana is way higher. And given that we don't have a other option, I kind of do want to go Thrall here. Just to kind of get things rolling. My only concern is it's kind of too similar to the other team we just did. Because it's actually the same team, just with a different front. I guess without Mirrorlift too. It's a very similar team. Not the same team though. Well, you can see what it could do. We have 2 different extra turn options, so. And Emeraldine doing its thing, Thrall kind of getting us rolling. Should be different enough. It's more focused around Fairy Godmother, of course. Pretty much entirely focused around Fairy Godmother. Right, what banner do I even want? I could theoretically minus purple, as weird as that may seem, even though we have 3 purple options. And the main reason for that being that we don't really need the excess purple. We'd actually rather have... Actually, I don't know, what would we want to have on this team? I almost feel like Mistralis mana is almost the way to go here. Because Thrall's not going to have that big of a mana issue. The greens aren't actually getting combined. I don't know, I guess purple's still better, though. We want like a purple-green. If we can help it. Like a +2 purple, +1 green, -1 something we don't use, like Fairy Godmother's red. Even though that's the only thing she's being fed off of. She's realistically going to get fed off of Wish Gem in a lot of situations. And here it also doesn't matter what her hero class is. We'll just go whatever. I'm not sure why I always like doing Archer for that, but there we go. Anyways, let's go see what this can do. Also, I didn't use Beatrix on any of these teams. I kind of wish we could. I feel like Beatrix would work. The Truffle team we did earlier is a Beatrix shift if you want. You can use either or. Like, it doesn't matter which one you run. Ooh, that's so bad. I'm just gonna have to take a purple and hope it works out. It did work out. We win. No, we somehow missed. No way. We actually missed. I would do this. We'll try it again. No! We missed harder. Oh, that's why I hate Godmother. Oh, no. We missed even harder than before. I'll throw that down. Take that green. Take that purple. Grab a AoE, probably. It's actually safer to throw Thrall here. Oh, we got Wish Gem again. The only problem is, I feel like this thing is never casting. Like, what is this thing doing on this team? Like, it's pretty much just sitting there watching, watching Fairy Godmother just go crazy with extra turn spammers. Oh no, my green gems. I needed that. My Wish Gem. I needed that. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Honestly, I never liked the backfiring capabilities of her. It's always way too high risk, high reward, and we literally gave it full mana off of a single star. Like, when that happens, you just auto-lose, which makes me never want to use her. Like, it's really insane when she does something, but I feel like in this context, it's not worth using Fairy Godmother. It's a fun option. I just don't feel like Emeraldine gets enough value, because the extra turn chance isn't consistent enough. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. And I'm kind of happy with these other 3. I'll probably just think of another one later. I kind of want to build one around Box Strider or something similar. Because we pretty much did all the mana accumulators now. We did one with Angry Mob in Leprechaun. We did one with Mirrorlift. We did one with, this should be Thrall, right? We did one, oh no, I didn't do a Thrall. Wait, I don't have a Thrall one? Wait, I actually got rid of all the Thrall, mana accumulator centered teams. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, we got rid of them earlier when we were messing around. Oh, we need a Thrall one then. Thrall's fun. Let's see. Yeah, let's go Thrall. So Thrall, Emeraldine. What else do we need? Kind of want hero in first and then something in fourth. I ideally want a secondary green in fourth and then just have hero do another mana accumulator that can tank really heavily. Maybe even elementals potentially. But I want a green that can use green really, really well. No. Kind of. Rage Garandura would actually be really funny. Kind of, it's, I don't know. Would it work out? Great to Doomstorm. Don't necessarily need that though. Fairy Godmother is fun, but not a fan of it personally. Flaming Ani actually, hold up. Summon 3 random goblins, then explode all the green gems, gain an extra turn. Well, what are we doing for damage then? Because we don't have an extra turner option. Like, he is our extra turn option, but then we don't have a proper damager. Because our Emeraldine's not going to extra turn consistently enough. At that point, it might as well just be like a green goblin. Normal Karandera? The Library. Oh, this is on the drop table, by the way, today and tomorrow. It's pretty bad, though. Phoenicia. Oh, we have Greenstorm active, though, so that won't work on Phoenicia. Ooh, Sycorax is funny, but once again, that's the same issue as before. Ooh. Lord of Slaughter? Lord of Slaughter going crazy with Doomskull? Honestly, I'm almost tempted to go Wordbreaker. They're both dragons. We could theoretically even go Dragon Hero class, but then we don't really have mana for it, though. Like, I'd rather have a, like, Elementals or something there. Let's see. They're really ideal for Explore. True. I normally just test them in PvP because, I don't know, why not? But yeah, technically we could mess around and explore and see, like, what kind of quick builds we can end up getting. A lot of teams are already pretty quick in Explore 12, though. Like, as long as they're around the 30-second mark, give or take several seconds, like, they're fine. There's a lot of teams that get pretty much the same time mark. And I prefer using ones that have higher consistency. And the big issue with Fairy Godmother is very high inconsistency. But I kind of want to use Wordbreaker. Wordbreaker is pretty solid troop. A lot of explode. Unfortunately, it's explode instead of destroy, but it's a lot of damage. Only big issue with this team is we kind of need a Dispeller, which makes me want to kind of use a Dispel hero class. We can actually check the challenge tree as well. Guardian. No, not Guardian. Wait, what's it under again? Why do I forget what it's under? Wait, is it Guardian? It's under, oh, it is a Guardian tree, isn't it? Yeah, Guardian is the one. Alright, let me double check all with Guardian again. So, oh, Dragon Guard. That's funny. The problem is we don't have burn. If we had a way to burn on this team, like if Wordbreaker applied burn to all enemies, I would put Dragon Guard here. But it doesn't. So probably not. You know what? We could do a really gimmicky Death Knight. I want to do it just because. When does Death Knight ever get to do anything? Let's see. When an enemy dies, we get a freeze. Extra magic to yellow. Honestly, just Barrier Star. Oh, no, we kind of want it to die, but we also kind of want it to not die. Blue Storm, we actually don't want. So we can actually go for extra skull damage. When an ally dies, getting another barrier to one of them, banish something. Oh, wait, do we have any with the insta-kill tree? Under this category? No, that would have been cool. Sentinel is pretty tanky. Mechanist can't really do anything for anyone else. Burn Priest can't really do anything for anything else. Knight's too weak. Dragon Guard still seems very tempting. The problem is we can't utilize triple damage burning. Warden has that double Greenstorm thing, but the problem is he already has Greenstorm, so he doesn't need another Greenstorm. I really want to use the spell on this team, though. But we're giving up too much utility, which makes me kind of want to run like a Stunner. But the problem is Stun doesn't remove Submerge. So we can't just like use that and get rid of the Submerge. Vinoxia is interesting. It has a lot of color overlap, but it does feed back into Emeraldine. My only concern with that is the blue would overwrite the green. Or, you know, the green big gems. I'd rather destroy it if we can. Honestly, I'm about to just go Dragon Guard for the Dragon Guard theme team. Even if it's not the greatest option. It is good enough to do what it needs to be doing here. Oh, what does that make our hero class actually do, though, for weapon? I'm very tempted just to go rope dart. Because, what do we need for coverage? We basically just need brown. We don't want to run Mountain Crusher, though. Too bad that other one doesn't destroy. If that one brown weapon destroyed green gems instead of remove, the kind of builds we could build would be so absurdly broken. Fortunately, that is not what it does, though. Deathbringer is actually a kind of interesting weapon in this context. A non-first slot Dragon Guard. That's not something I think I would ever really do. But like last slot Dragon Guard with Duskbringer, it can work. Is that Deathmark proc? It's full blocked on mana but brown. But it has pretty much everything it needs. This also allows us to use the hero class a little bit differently than you normally would. Fortunately, its other options are not actually good. But we still need it for the banish. When an ally dies, something else gains barrier, which helps keeps us alive. Extra skull damage. Barrier at start, so you're not dying anytime soon. Fireproof, and some extra skull in case you actually get all the way down there. Also, we do gain, allied dragons gain 1 life, and whenever we take an extra turn, 1 life in magic. So any extra turns we're taking off the board, we're going to be getting bonuses to all 3 of them. So it couldn't work out. So we are using every color. Honestly, banner seems perfectly fine. Minus red on that thing doesn't really do much. And I do kind of want the extra purple to make sure we guarantee get Thrall rolling. I'm happy with this team. Oh yeah, Doomed Glaive has a lot of potential too. Convert them all to Doom Skull and kind of go crazy. I want to take these Doom Skulls before I do anything else. Okay, that backfired a little bit there. Got a lot of value, but we should be okay. Because we just throw down an AoE, then throw down Destroy, and we're kind of good to go. So we throw this down. He does whatever. We destroy the whole board. We get mana for everything. And now we just go down the line. And one other thing that we can end up doing is we actually have the double combo between double AoE here, if he has no option. So if we know for sure he has no option, we can just do that over and over again. Go into one, go into the other, and we're good to go. In this particular situation, we're kind of safe to just go up on the first slot here in case he does something crazy like that. And then we just kill him. Even if he did more skulls, we have 25% reflect on that. We actually have a lot of weird options when it comes to skulls on this team. Because we're actually alternating between something very flimsy, but then tanky, and then skull reflect, and then tanky. Which is a bit of a weird combination, but it kind of works. I know, I kind of like this team. It's also a little bit independent of freeze. Even though we gain benefits when we take extra turn, we don't actually need extra turns to function here. Like once Thrall gets mana, we're kind of good to go. So it's not really dependent on getting that. Mostly, the only thing we're dependent on is Thrall getting his little bit of mana he needs. Which is pretty much every Thrall team in a nutshell. Or any like solo focused mana accumulation team. Always their biggest issue is getting that first mana rolling. He got his as well. But yeah, the main combo of this team... Oh, he's probably going to get Bulk Strider value, though. So you know what? I'm actually going to go for this first so we can maybe cheese a Deathmark kill. He's going to get my green value. Oh, he's going for Ward Breaker there. I'm pretty much already won. Nice! We got the Deathmark kill. Unfortunately, got the revive. I don't know. I like this because I really like the combo of do that, then do Ward Breaker, and then boom. And then do that, then do Ward Breaker. It's a fun combo. What's even funner is we haven't gotten it yet. But if that lands extra turn, we can actually cast both the dragons on the same turn. Which if we can get away with that, that's absolutely insane. The problem is it will very rarely ever do that. So it's not something we can kind of depend on as a mechanic, but it is something that could happen. We're going to do that. We're frozen on a very inconsequential troop as well, so that's good. We really don't care if that's frozen. There's actually extra turn, so we might as well grab that. We have Dustbringer. I'm tempted to take that. We're not frozen on yellow. I'm not frozen on brown. So we just get a bunch of magic for all of our dragons. I'm going to go for the Deathmark route. We actually did get a Deathmark kill the other time. Dustbringer, while a pretty inconsistent weapon, when it works, it works. It works wonders. So worth considering. We're going to take this. There's not enough green to really get our combo down. Beatrix might start going crazy soon, which is concerning. We are frozen... Oh, wait, we are not frozen on brown, actually. Hold up. So I can take that. That's perfectly safe. He's about to start turnip spamming, which is concerning. There's not much I could do to that other than Warp Breaker and hope we can get something there. Not quite. Turnip might just start looping us to death here. He has a lot of options to do it for. And also, he got the cleanse on the death mark, so we can't even hope for that either. I think he's just going to infinite loop us here, as Beatrix tends to do. It's a turnip Beatrix team, which is kind of funny. It's basically a 3-goblin team, but it uses Beatrix to utilize all the green. Which used to be used with Truffle as well, where you kind of put a Truffle into a triple goblin team and make it work that way. So this guy has a 4x freeze. My Deathbringer is not upgraded. I know, it's deliberately not upgraded. It mostly just skips the animation. It's not too big a deal. Because the extra benefits that it gets when fully upgraded doesn't actually do much. So I actually deliberately have unupgraded it. Or not unupgraded, but, you know, haven't upgraded. In premise, I really like this combo. It's just similar to a lot of things. If it gets frozen, it's just, like, auto-dead. Because it doesn't really have any way to deal with it when that situation does arise. I just really like that mana combination color combo. Works out so well. Enemies kill it out. There we go. Oh, and I'm happy with the team. Thematically, it works. It's definitely not the best of these 4, that's for sure. But thematically, I like what it does. But anyways, guys, this stream has basically just been entirely going over this troop. But yeah, we'll kind of cover a little bit of a recap video tomorrow, I guess. Just messing around with it and just kind of showing it a bit. Because I do want to cover one on all 6 of the dragons. Actually, we're going to be covering one basically on everything. I might not cover it on the weapons, but we'll see. Because we might actually be one of the first few if we get lucky enough to actually get this one weapon. We have 2 out of 3, so if we get really lucky and to get the blue one, we might be among one of the first few to actually get this weapon. To show it early. The only problem with it is it's basically just weaker rope dart. Like, I don't see many situations where you're using this instead of rope dart. They're the same color and same mana cost. So to justify using this would be kind of hard to do in almost every situation compared to just using rope dart, assuming you already own rope dart. So we'll have to see. But anyways, guys, that'll wrap it up for now. We will be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, or actually at this point, 1.5 hours prior to now tomorrow. We'll be doing a midday stream of Fall Guys. I believe they're doing a special event kind of thing, the last one that they're doing before next season. So I'm just going to be messing with that for a few hours, just kind of messing around. If any of you guys want to play along, it is free to play these days. Aside from that, yeah, we'll continue messing around with Gems of War. Tomorrow we have the class event for the Warden hero class, or sorry, the Dervish hero class. Dervish is pretty underwhelming, does have the high skull dodge in the entire game, so has that mechanic going for it. Beyond that, it doesn't really do too much. And of course, this Friday we have Bounty Hunter, and that will be bringing us to 25-star Drifting Sands. Technically 24-star if you don't have the yellow gem dragon, but it's theoretically 25-starable as of, I almost said tomorrow, as of Friday. So that's right around the corner. We're also getting a new troop, of course, a new bounty troop, as we would normally get. And that's like the last new piece of content that we're getting this week. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Greatly appreciate it as always. And I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.